Hey, hey, hey. We are live. We are live. We are live. Let's see how this goes. There we go. Hey, hey, hey. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. We live. We are live. All right, let's see. So I am live streaming. All right. Let's see. Y'all give me a minute. All right, let's see. I don't want any feedback. So hopefully. Hopefully you guys can hear me. All right. Anyway, I just want to come on here. This is something new that I am going to start doing. This is a Monday mindset. And I put on here the framework that I'm using for everything nowadays. All right. I'm gonna make sure I move over so you can see it. I want everybody to remember it's time to start where you are. Okay. It's not about comparing ourselves to anyone else. And I am utilizing my own coaching. I actually got my own coaching back to me today by one of my coaches. And it was interesting because we were talking about motivation and discipline. And one of the things that I always tell people is motivation is going to run out. I am not the most motivated person. People are like, oh, you're so motivated. No, I'm not actually. I really, I really am not. I'm actually one of probably the least motivated people I know, but I have a desire. And so that's one of the things that you're going to see this week in the blog, where I talk about the desire, how the desire is what fuels the discipline. Because it's not about motivation. Motivation is going to go away. Motivation is going to go away. Motivation is going to let you down 100% of the time. But discipline based on desire will get you farther than you ever imagined. And I know this because I'm living it. And when I say I'm living it, it's present tense, not past tense. I am living it. Okay. So, welcome to Monday Mindset. I'm really grateful to be here. I'm grateful that I'm able to have the opportunity to reach people on another level. I cannot believe you guys, it is already halfway through the year. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? It's crazy, right? We are halfway through the year. All right. So I just want to make sure that I'm pulling it up right now. If you have anything, make sure you come into the chat. Make sure that you're saying hello, all the things, okay? And just come in here and I want you to be present. So put away your phones, put away the distractions, put away the things. If you got your kids, tell them to sit down and listen to, okay? Because what you're about to hear is going to be beneficial for everyone. All right. If you're around your friends, tell them to be quiet and listen up. Make sure also that you press that subscribe button and you hit the bell. So that way, every time I go live, you will know. All right. One of these days, I'm going to have this all set up. I'm going to have some people in the background, just like my coach, Jeremy Anderson. But for right now, I am doing what I'm telling you to do, and that is I am starting where I am. Analysis paralysis will be the first thing that keeps us from stepping into our greatness, from stepping into our callings in life, from stepping into our purposes. It's time to stop overanalyzing and it's time to start just doing. Take the small steps. Action. It's all about action, all right? So, like I said, we are in the middle of 2025. And if you're like me, 2025 has been filled with curveballs, setbacks, surprises. But guess what? We are still here. We're still here. We're still building. We're still believing. So the first point, and I hope you're taking notes. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't have a notebook, I'm gonna need you to get one. Okay. The first point I have today is reset does not mean starting over. Okay. We shift and we reset, and this should be something that we do a lot. It doesn't mean we failed. It just means we're checking the foundation of our growth. Yesterday, I rode by my daughter's school on my bike. I was riding bikes. I live pretty close to the school. And I was reminded that the company that I started, what was that, 2017? We're in 2025, almost 8 years ago. It's actually July. July is 8 years. July 14th will be 8 years, you guys. The company I started will be getting dissolved here when the time is right. But that doesn't mean I failed because the company that you see here, Lady J Global Enterprises, Lady J Empowers, the rebrand, this is me stepping into my greatness so I can lead you to do the same. All right. So it's not about starting over. I'm not starting over. I am taking everything that I've ever learned, all the experiences, all the growth, all the mistakes, and I am paying that forward to those of you who desire to learn and to do more in life. Okay. So just remember, it's not about failure, it's about shifting and staying the course. How are you really doing right now? I want you to take some accountability. Stop for a second. And I'm not talking about just your to-do list. Okay. We all have those. I'm talking about your soul, your body, your peace. I've been on a mission this past little over a year to find peace in my life. And that meant I had to pull away from some people and some things because I had to find it from within. So we tend to rely on other people to help us find peace, but we have to find the peace from within. So that's what I've been working on over the last year or so. So point one, reset does not mean starting over. All right, let's go to point two. Point two is check your capacity. I don't say I don't have time to do something, but what I do say is I don't have the capacity for that at this time. Maybe later, so I don't shut it down completely, right? Because maybe that door will open later on. But at this time, in this season of my life, I don't have the capacity. I don't have the capacity for BS. I just don't. I don't have the capacity for people who don't treat me like I treat others. I don't have the capacity for people who don't value me like I value others. I don't have the capacity to keep explaining myself. It's a waste of my energy. But what I do have the capacity for is for people who just naturally come into my life and accept me for who I am and value me for who I am with all my flaws because they know that I am here and I'm here to stay. This year has taught me that just because I can do something, it doesn't mean that I should. I was running on fumes, y'all, saying yes to too much. And this is after all the coaching that I was doing with other people and telling them to be careful not to say yes to everything and people pleasing and all the things, right? I can still fall into that same trap. Burnout does not build legacy, y'all. But guess what? Boundaries do. So start setting those boundaries. All right. So again, point two is check your capacity and stop saying I don't have time because we can create time for anything and everything that is important to us. But what we should be saying is I don't have the capacity for that at this time. Or as my good friend Erica says, I don't have the cognitive square footage. That was the best. When I heard her say that, I was like, oh, I'm so stealing that. All right. So point three, let's move on to point three because I want to make this short and sweet and to the point so y'all can get about your day. Point three is reconnect with your why. Guys, your why has to be so big that you will not quit. My why is I know that my purpose is to share with as many of our youth as possible to empower them with all of the things that I've learned over however many years so they can become a better version of themselves at a young age. So that way they're not in their 40s trying to figure it out. All right. So that's what I'm on a mission to do. And I have a teen girl, and I am on the mission to make sure that I am empowering those teen girls and I am pouring into them on a level that I've never poured into anyone ever. I am on a mission to leave a legacy. I am also on a mission to bash generational curses, trauma, brokenness, finances. So when your why is so big, I promise you, you won't quit. So if you are finding yourself quitting, I want you to check back in with your why, because that just means you forgot what that why was. Why did you start? Why did you start in the first place? Go back and check in with yourself. So every time you find yourself, and I'm telling you this from personal experience, because believe me, I still have to do it too. I got to check in with myself every single day. Y'all think that everything that you see is just natural? No, it's constant, constant effort. I have coaches. So everything you see in that step and shine formula, that's how I live. That's why I came up with it. I need coaches. Coaches need coaches. I have to trust the process just like I tell everybody else to do. And then what is the impact? What is the impact of me going? And what is the impact of me quitting? Evaluate it and keep going. Point four, evaluate what's working and keep doing that. Right? If it's working, do it. Keep doing it. But if it's not, then maybe you need to shift away from it. All right. Some things I tried this year in 2025 so far have totally flopped, and that's okay. What did work was creating space for healing and using platforms like Convene to stay aligned. Everything I do goes to one spot. That helps me. I create boundaries. I'm not trying to be everywhere for everyone. If you want to collaborate, if you want to work together, cool. Come over here and let's do the thing. All right. So make sure that you're evaluating what's working. My lesson is to check the fruit. What's bearing the fruit that says, yes, I can keep going with this. Everything else, cut it loose. You guys, I love personal training. I love nutrition coaching. Don't get me on a kick with nutrition. Y'all already know, right? But I had to understand that there was more that I wanted to be able to do. And if I'm wasting my time in those areas, and I don't want to say that in a negative way. What I'm saying is if I'm spending hours upon hours upon hours helping one person at a time, when I could spend that same hour helping everybody that's watching this video, so be it. Because guess what? If you get something from this video, you're probably going to share it with someone else. Now I get to help way more people at one time. So I love personal training. I love helping individual clients. But what I really love is being able to speak and mentor and have workshops and get up in front of groups and go to schools and go speak to veterans, groups. I love that because now I can hit way more people and I can give you all the nuggets at one time. And guess what? Then you can take those same nuggets, those same tools that I give you, and you can pay it forward and give them to someone else. That's what I love. So that's point four. Point five, I'm not telling you what to believe, but I will tell you my faith journey is why I'm still here. If it wasn't for my faith and my belief in God, now I would have checked out a long time ago. I might not even be here. And that's real. So that's why I have decided to let God lead in my life. And I encourage you, if you haven't tried it, try it. I know some people out there have had a lot of trauma when it comes to religion, but that's because a lot of those people were not operating with God. They were not operating as Christians. They were operating based on what they were taught, right? So it is generational, you guys. But that doesn't mean we have to be mad at God. And I'm gonna tell you, I was for a long time. So many things were happening. Doors were closing. But now I know that the doors that are closing for me because they're opening up a door that I don't even know exists. And it's a much bigger door and it's going to lead to much bigger things. The people that have been removed from my life, they're just not meant to go with me in this season. And for somebody who suffered from abandonment issues, that took me a really long time to get to a point where I could accept that. But I tell you now, I accept it fully. And it's because I started letting God lead. I just said, you know what? I don't even have it in me. So I need your strength. You say you can do this and this and move mountains and create the world and all these things, right? So I'm like, okay. You knew me before I was even out of my mother's womb. Okay. Let me just try it. It's no different than going to the gym for the first time, right? You just try and then you keep doing it. You just keep doing it until you get better. I'm 6 years into this journey and I'm still flawed. I still make mistakes. I still don't make the greatest decisions. But guess what? I'm doing better and I don't rely on myself anymore. I'm not ego driven. I'm faith fueled. Without challenges, there's no faith. If we don't have challenges, we can't rely on something outside of ourselves. So when we face challenges, and we're going to continue to face them, it's important for us to be like, you know what? I don't even have it in me, but I know I have a higher power that does. When I try to control it all, I end up frustrated. Stuff's falling apart. But when I release it to God, things shift. And I have to understand that it's not about me. It's about what I desire to leave behind. So think about it. If you're pushing through without peace, and I've been there most of my life, actually, it might just be time to pause and reset. So let me go back through these points. Point one, reset does not mean starting over. Point two, check your capacity. Point three, reconnect with your why. Point four, evaluate what's working and what's not. Point five, let God lead, or whatever you want to say, the universe, whatever you want to call it. There's a higher power out there, y'all. So let that higher power lead. Let go. I always tell people I'm a recovering control freak. If I can do this, anybody can. All right, you got to let go. So just remember, you don't need more hustle, you need more alignment. And if this message speaks to you, I want you to drop a comment, share it with a friend, and let's grow together. Come into the community. This will be an experience inside of the Lady J Empowerment community. Come into the community. It's a free community. And let's support each other. Let's get away from social media. Let's get away from all the comparisons. Let's come to a safe space where healing can truly, truly occur. And if you're ready to reset and move forward on purpose, I'd love to work alongside with you. So let's connect. You can go to my website, schedule a get to know you call. It's free, 20 minutes, no big deal. Maybe we're a good fit, maybe we're not, and that's okay. Either way, I'm going to keep doing these videos and I'm going to keep showing up because I know somebody out there needs to hear what I have to say because I know I've been in that place where I needed to hear it and I still need to hear it. And that's why I said, like, I have a coach that I was listening to today that was giving me my own coaching back. So just remember, it's not ever going to be a perfect journey, you guys. But the journey is for us to embrace. It's just for us to step into. We have to enter into it, just like the E in shine. So seek help, trust the process, evaluate the impact of your choices, progress forward no matter what. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that. No, we're not doing guilt and shame anymore. We're releasing it all. We're going to start setting boundaries. I don't have the capacity for that. We're going to start healing from within. We got to heal our soul, you guys. We're going to identify the source of the things that are holding us back, our limiting beliefs. Where did that come from? Where does that stem from? And why are we still allowing that to be part of our choices today? We're going to start nullifying the enemy's lies. We have to. We have to start overcoming the enemy within. It's right here, you guys. Because if those things are not done, we cannot enter the new journey that we're meant to enter into. So I really hope that this video resonated with you today. I hope that it gave you something to really think about. And I hope that you will continue to come back because I want to be here for you and I want to be on this journey with you. And I want to lock arms with you and I want to bring you around the people that I get to know so we can all come and support you and support each other because we all need it. Thanks for watching. Bless you. I bless you. I bless you. You have an amazing, amazing rest of your Monday, and I will see you next week. God willing. This is Jody Watkins, aka Lady J. He will give you a new name. He will rebrand you, and he will allow you to step into your purpose if you allow it also. Stay blessed.